Hi, Rainbow Food Explorers. I'm so glad you came back to join me today. Welcome back. Or if you're coming here for the first time, welcome. I'm Rainbow Janet, and I'm so happy to see you here with me. Today, we're going to go on another exploring adventure. But first, I wanted to see if you remember the rainbow plate rhyme. Can we say it all together? Let's do that. Ready? Rainbow plate, tell me the colors that you ate. Amazing, great job. I'm so thrilled that so many people have been sending me pictures and videos and messages to share with me all the amazing Rainbow Food Explorer things that you've been doing. Keep up the great work. And if you haven't sent me anything, please do. You can have your parents post it on Instagram or Facebook and make sure that you tag Rainbow Plate. Or you can email me at hello@rainbowplate.com. I'd love to see what you're doing. And thank you to all the teachers and other people who've been telling me that you've been sharing these videos on your organization's websites. I love hearing that, and we're so happy that this is reaching so many children all over the place. Well, Rainbow Food Explorers, let's just remember all the ways that a Rainbow Food Explorer explores. We use all of our senses, don't we? Let's remember what those are. We'll start with our eyes to look and see different things. We use our fingers that's right, to feel and touch amazing and interesting things about food. We use our noses to smell, right? There are so many interesting and unusual and even familiar smells that we can notice about foods. And of course, if we're exploring food, we can use our mouth to see all the ways that food feels and tastes while we eat it and enjoy it. And we can even use our ears because sometimes there are things that we can hear as we explore foods. That's right. Are you ready to go exploring with me today? Awesome. All right. Today we are going to be exploring foods that are yellow. Do you want to see what I found? I went looking around in my house and I actually found quite a number of yellow foods. Let's have a look and see what they are. Here we go. Wow. Let's see all the different yellow foods that I found and see if any of them are foods that you can find in your house. Well, first thing I found is a yellow banana. Bananas grow on a tree. They grow up high and they usually grow in that's right, in a bunch. Lots of bananas. I love the way this banana makes me smile. Looks like a happy face, doesn't it? And have you ever noticed about bananas that over time they start to change color? When I brought these home from the grocery store, they weren't yellow. What color do they sometimes start out when we bring them home? Right, they often start out green, and then you can see the color change as they get ripe. That's awesome. I also found a bright yellow lemon. I think this one has an interesting shape, doesn't it? And oh my goodness, it almost looks like it has a happy face, doesn't it? And that this end looks like a nose. I think so, can you see? It looks like it's smiling. Now, have you ever tried a lemon? Really? What taste does a lemon have when you bite it or when you eat it? That's right, it's usually sour. But we don't always eat, even though we don't always eat lemons plain, they're amazing to squeeze juice into all kinds of things. I love to squeeze it into my salad. I love to squeeze lemon juice on my vegetables. And there's a drink that I often make out of just lemons in the summertime. That's right, lemonade. Maybe in the summer you can make lemonade. And look at the shape of my lemon. It has its pointy nose. What shape would we say that is? Great, it's an oval. Awesome. Well, I also looked in my fridge and I found this bottle of yellow stuff. Do you know what it's called? That's right, it's mustard. And I squeezed some out so that we could have a look at it. It's so bright and yellow, isn't it? I love the taste of mustard. What do you put mustard on? Me too. I usually put it on hot dogs and hamburgers, and I even use it sometimes when I make tuna. I mix it in because it has a really nice flavor. It's kind of tangy, would you say? Mm-hmm. And it's so bright and yellow. Wow. I found this yellow fruit when I was shopping. Do you know what it is? That's right, it's a mango. It has a beautiful shape, doesn't it? Look at that. Can turn it around. It's kind of skinny this way. And it has, if I trace it with my finger, it's round and it has kind of this pointed part on it. And it feels very smooth. Do you know how mangoes taste? You're right. They usually taste really sweet. I love to eat mangoes. I usually chop them up in my yogurt. And sometimes I make a salad with mangoes. It's really yummy. That's great. I found this yellow food in my cupboard. They're noodles. Good job. And they're dry, and that's why they're in this round shape. But do you know why these noodles are yellow? Well, they're yellow because they were made with eggs. Think about an egg for a minute. That's right. There's a yellow part inside an egg. Do you know what it's called? Good job. The yellow part of an egg is called the yolk. And when I made these noodles, I mixed an egg yolk into them, and that's why they look so beautiful and yellow. Later on, I'm going to cook them and put some spaghetti sauce on, and they'll be so yummy. But I love the beautiful yellow color that they have. Well, the food that I decided we would explore together today is this yellow food. It's corn. Now, I was really excited to find this at the supermarket because it's not a time of year that we often find corn like this. Does corn grow in the farms and the areas near where you live? Amazing. It grows near me too, but not usually at this time of year. In the fall, there are fields and fields of corn growing. Do you know what a corn plant looks like? Is it little or is it big? Right. Corn grows on great big, tall stalks. And I've often seen it growing. Can you reach your hands up tall, like you're a corn stalk? Oh, good job. Well, if I was to pick this corn off the corn stalk, it would look a bit like this. It probably would have more of these on the back. What are those? They're leaves. Sometimes We call this part of the corn the husk. Can you say that? The husk. What color is the husk? That's right, it's green. I can feel it with my fingers. It's very smooth, and I can feel, can you see how I'm feeling all the lines here? Wow. If I look at the corn, I would say it has a certain shape. It's very long. And if I look at it this way, what shape does it look like? What shape do you see? That's right, a circle. Because the corn in the middle, this part, do you know what it's called? Good, it's called the cob. So there's the husk and the cob. Now I wonder if it has a smell. A little bit. It smells fresh. Not too strong. Now I'm going to take apart my corn. I'm going to peel the husk off. Do you want to see? I'm using my ears. Can you hear that sound? Wow. I'm going to peel it off. And, oh, there's something else inside my corn. Can you see it? Look what I have. It looks, there it is. Look at that. Do you know what that is? It looks like hair, doesn't it? It's called corn silk. It smells really nice. Well, if I take it all off, oh, there's more. Let's take it all off here. Amazing. Some people I know make tea out of corn silk. I'll have to try that sometime. Well, there is my beautiful cob of corn. What do you notice if you look at it? I see lots and lots of little things on here. Do you know what those are? Right. Those are called the corn kernels. That's the part we eat from the corn, right? It is. Do you notice that there's more than one color of the kernels? Some of them are yellow, and on this corn, some of them are white. And look at the way they're arranged. Can you see the straight lines? Isn't that interesting? I don't know how they know how to line up like that, but they do, and that's the way it grows. I wonder if we could count all the kernels in this cob of corn. Wow, that would be a really big number. It would take a long time to count. Did you know what those kernels actually are? They're the seeds of the corn plant. Did you ever realize that we eat seeds? Sometimes we think that seeds are things we don't eat, but not always. Corn, and the part that we eat, is the seeds of the plant. Pretty amazing. Now, if I feel this with my fingers, it feels bumpy, and I can feel the lines made by the rows of kernels. It's really interesting. If I listen to it, not much sound. Now again, if we look at the corn this way, we can see the round shape, and you can see the way all those seeds are arranged around the circle. Isn't that interesting? Now let me see if I can take some off for you. It's a little tricky because this corn isn't cooked. They're not coming off very nicely. So I'm going to leave this one. But what I did do was I have some other corn that came in a can. When you find vegetables in a can, it usually means that somebody took the regular one, the way it came from the market or the farm, and they prepared it to make it a little faster for us to eat it. So that's this corn right here. I opened up the can, and if you notice, those are all the kernels of the corn. So if we took them off, they would look like this. And these have actually been cooked for us already. You can eat corn that's not cooked, but it's better, I like it better if it's cooked. It's sort of easier to eat. So if I take out one of these corn kernels and we look at it, what do you see? I'll try and put it on my hand. What shape is it? It looks like almost like a little square. It reminds me of a tooth, doesn't it? And if I smell it, oh, it smells really sweet. I'm gonna put it in my mouth and see how it feels. If I bite it, it's very soft. There's a little bit of juice in it. I'm gonna have another one. It's really yummy. A little bit sweet, a little bit chewy. It's really delicious. We love to eat corn in our family. We put it in salads. We put it in stir fries. We make burritos out of it. What else do we do? Soup. Oh my goodness, I think there's so many things you can do with corn. Do you eat corn in your house? That's great. I wonder if you can think of other ways of eating it. Well, if we have all that corn here together, look at how pretty it is. All that beautiful yellow corn. Well, thank you for joining me to explore my yellow foods today. I would love to hear about your adventures. Here's what I'd like you to do. Go and hunt around your house. Look in the fridge, look in the pantry, and see what different foods that you could find in the color yellow. And gather them together and go on a rainbow food exploring adventure, just like I did. Remember to use all your senses. Look with your eyes, feel with your fingers, smell with your nose, taste with your mouth, and even hear with your ears. And let me know what you discover. There are so many amazing foods that are yellow, and I'd love to see which ones you come up with. And I hope that every time you eat, you start thinking about all those rainbow colors and make your plate into a rainbow plate. Good job. Can we say the rainbow plate rhyme together one more time? Let's do that. Ready? Rainbow plate, tell me the colors that you ate. Fabulous. Don't forget to go hunting for yellow foods and go on an exploring adventure. And I'd love to see a picture or a video or even a message to learn about what you've been doing. Don't forget to send it to Rainbow Plate or hello@rainbowplate.com. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm so glad you could join me. Have a great day, and remember to come back and check in for the next video. The next color we'll be exploring will be, let's have a look. We started with red, we did orange, today we did yellow. So the next color we're going to explore is green. Can't wait. Thanks so much. See you soon. Bye.